Hi, Virgo. All right. Where we left off with your person, they have their sights set on some future outcome, some future they want, but they have to deal. They're trying to avoid the pain from the past and just kind of jump right into that reality. But the truth is, with this Knight of Swords, that's just not going to be possible. So I kind of want to see how the overall how they feel about everything with you, regardless of the relationship, the connection, whatever. Okay. The overall energy, and we'll get into specifics in just a moment. Okay. Oh, yeah. We have separation. What's interesting about this, the energy of this card, it talks about how important separation is, and it just got, I don't know if the clouds came over. Did you see the change in the screen? It just got shadowy here. Anyway, like cloudy. Okay. Anyways, the interesting thing with this card is that it speaks to how sometimes separation is an important part of a relationship, a deeper, more meaningful relationship, because sometimes people have to come back to themselves and figure themselves out without the interference of the other person. That's what I feel. So I feel like it's not about them being aware of there being separation between the two of you, but it's about them understanding that this was important on some level. Okay. All right. I want to know how they're feeling about you currently. All right. How are they feeling about you? Interesting. Okay, it's funny that Cancer got this too, but we have a girl with a snake. And there was another one that kind of flipped forward here. I just need to, and a boat, receiving what you need, moving on, closure issues. Okay, so here's the deal. And this is a hard thing to feel and sense, but the girl with the snake can be somebody that they're afraid of. Okay. Sometimes when I get this is like, for the Cancer reading, an example, this was somebody that was manipulative. I don't get that they think you're manipulative, but I think they're afraid that they can't provide you what you need. And they can't hold on to the past and how it's always been, because that's not serving either. And so they're in the kind of this in-between place where there's a lot of fear for them when they think about being with you from a place of feeling inadequate. Okay. So interesting. All right. Let's kind of see how they feel about the relationship or the connection. Okay, we do have manifestation. So I do feel like they want something with you and they want to come home, but I don't know if they necessarily feel like they can as themselves. And so maybe, and here's the thing, I feel like it's going to be super important for you to lean into perhaps where you hold yourself to unrealistic standards, because that's going to show you what you're perhaps energetically pressuring your person with. And not from, we don't know what we don't know until we know it. And this is more from a place of you getting to understand, where you might be expecting things from them that's actually preventing the two of you from working things out. I don't know what is up with this. The camera is just going crazy. Anyway, here we are. So I don't know. I think if you both can reconcile because the thing is, we create standards for people when we've been made to feel insecure in relationships. So when I say you both need to work on your insecurities in some way, I don't mean it in a judgmental, like you're a weakling or you're a bad person, but we all have insecurities and maybe they have hurt you. So you were like, okay, if you're going to come back into my life, you got to blah, 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 blah. The problem is that that's the energy that gets fixated on instead of working out the original issue. Okay. And anything you experience with them pain wise is going to come from your childhood in some way. They're going to reflect that back to you. So I feel like they're definitely afraid to get, and not, again, you're just being you and doing what you need to do. This is not about you, like you're the big baddie here. This is not it. But there's a fear that they will never measure up. So there may be some standards that need reflection. And are they really important? Because I don't think we'd have these standards if we were in a loving relationship. Just feel into that, okay? All right, I'm going to get a couple messages from them to you, a couple song messages, right? This feeling by the Chainsmokers, you both may be struggling with explaining how this connection feels to others who haven't experienced it. It makes it hard for you to trust your feelings, but you can trust your heart. Okay. That's a good. Sometimes when we are in pain and people give us advice, it's not necessarily the best advice for us. It's what they feel will bring them safety. And we just lean into that. And All the Ways by Meghan Trainor. Your person knows that they can't always get the message across, and it can be frustrating. But trust that when the time comes, they will explain everything to you. It's only the mind that creates separation. Even for your person, they're stuck in their head. They want this new beginning with you. They know it's possible because they remember the goodness in the relationship. The problem is that the wounding gets involved for both of you, and it creates this weird dichotomy. So I think there's lots of healing that's on the horizon here. But it's about both of you being able to overcome those maybe coping mechanisms or defense mechanisms in order to be together in love. And that's not an easy thing to do. So I'm sending you all so much love, and thank you so much for tuning in.